Welcome to another session of Bogan Yoga. Welcome back. So working on our root chakra today, so working at the base of our spine, working on our strength. This is great for people that have fear, anxiety, feeling spacey or disconnected, rigid limits, fear of change. Our mudra today is just our thumb and pointer finger touching each other, rested nicely on your legs, on your knees. We take our deep breaths in through our nostrils, filling our belly first, chest second, and upper lungs last. So I'll let you do that 3 times in your own time, in your own space. So nice, slow, deep breaths. So the longer it takes for you to exhale, the better and more relaxed and more connected to your body that you'll feel. So with our root chakra, it helps us deal with constipation, fatigue, anything to do with our feet, legs, knees, butt, and lower back, or the base of our spine. So enjoy how your body's feeling now, nice and connected to the earth, feeling grounded. Keeping your back nice and straight, shoulders relaxed. Notice with each exhale that your shoulders will relax further down. Bring your palms together at heart center. You can set yourself an intention for the class or for the day. There's no pressure to. Just something, the first thing that comes to mind. Something that you can aim for the day. So we'll rub our palms together super fast and create that energy, that heat between our palms. Gently cup the eyes, and we'll just do some slow clockwise circles. Just following the breath as you go around clockwise direction, just the eyes only. We'll move our eyes in the opposite direction, so anti-clockwise direction. Again, nice and slow. We'll move that energy, our hands in that energy up over the top of our head, shoulders, arms, torso, and legs. Welcome to the start of practice. First up, we'll spin ourselves around so lengthways on the mat. Lay your back nice and flat on the ground, keeping your knees bent and feet flat on the floor, palms facing down. We'll grab our knees, so this is called the wind release pose or farting pose. So grab your knees, you can squish them in, feel that stretch, opening up your back, your hamstrings, just nice and slow. So just relax into the mat, feel grounded, feel supported. So you can do one leg at a time, so straighten that left leg out while you grab your right knee, keeping your shoulders flat on the ground on your mat. Nice gentle stretches, just waking up the body nice and slowly. Remember to breathe deep. We'll do a leg swap. So right leg straightened, left leg bent. Remember to deep breathe. Focus on the breath. Swap legs again. So left leg straight, right knee bent. You can activate your calf muscles by pulling your toes in towards your body as well, if you want that little bit of extra. Swap legs, right leg straight, left leg bent and tucked into your body or pulled into your body. You can point and flex the toes. All part of the gentle waking up of all the muscles. All right, bring both knees into your chest. Flex and point your toes. And we'll just, as we inhale, we'll just take our legs out away from our body and exhale as they come in towards the body. Take your feet down to the mat again. Make the bottoms of your feet touching each other, and just let your legs, your knees drop out to the sides You want to engage your core so that your back is flat on the mat, shoulders are flat, and we're just trying to get our knees down with a gentle stretch, letting gravity take over here. You can rock side to side. Just letting those knees drop out to the sides. Possibly another good farting pose, that one. Bring your knees back into center and come up into sitting. Straighten the legs out. Actually, bring your right foot flat to the floor, right beside your left knee. With your left elbow, tuck that around your right knee, and your right arm or hand is behind you. You're just creating a really nice deep spinal twist here with the half lord of fishes. If you can place your elbow on the outside of your right knee, that's even better. Creates a deeper twist. Activate your left toes by pulling them in towards your body. Remember to breathe super deep, so we're massaging our internal organs here. Creating that spinal twist as well as waking up the belly. We'll swap legs now, so place that left foot beside your right knee. You can hug your left knee with your right elbow and create that stretch. If you can, place the elbow on the outside of your knee. Half lord of fishes, not even sure how that came about. Remember to activate your right toes. And deep breaths into the belly. Remember to keep doing that. We focus on our breath, not what we need to buy from the supermarket. And we'll do a deeper twist here if it's accessible for you. So you can place your right foot on the outside of your left knee. So it's a similar sort of stretch, we're just doing a little bit deeper for the butt. Again, just hug your elbow around that right knee. Create that twist, keeping your back nice and upright. You don't want to hunch or lean back too far. Deep breaths in through the nose. And feel that stretch. This is really good for, we'll swap legs. So place your left foot on the outside of the right leg and create that twist. So you're looking over your left shoulder. So yeah, these twists are really good for creating air in the spine, in between the vertebra, and massaging all our organs. Really good for digestion. If ever you're having trouble, do some of these twists. So coming into staff pose, your legs are directly out in front of you, toes are together, knees are together, and you've got your legs activated. You want your back nice and straight, your palms are sitting right beside your buttocks, and shoulders away from the ears. Looks easy, but you're using your core here. It's a really strong, stable pose. Remembering to breathe, don't hold your breath here. Take a deep breath in, your arms above your head, and on the exhale, just fold forward at the hips. So our seated forward fold is literally just folding at the hips. We're trying not to hunch our shoulders. So reach as far forward as is comfortable for you. So if that's the knees or the thighs, you can use a strap to wrap around your feet to help bring you closer, bring your head closer to your knees. Remember just to do what works for you. So deep breath in, and on the exhale, fold forward, nice and gentle, nice and slow, to really quite a deep stretch for the hamstrings, as well as grounding us into the earth. Remember to breathe. And you can just do little micro bends in the knees anytime you need. You can sit up straight and then come back down into your fold. Release that stretch, release your strap. And we'll come into a wide leg forward fold. So spread those legs as wide as you possibly can. As long as it's comfortable, you don't want to try to create the splits straight away because we're still warming up. So again, we're folding forward at the hips. You can do micro bends in the knees again. You can even keep your knees bent if that's what's more comfortable. So just letting our hands rest on the ground, activating our toes so that they're pointing towards us. If you can grab your feet, that's great, or your toes, ankles, shins, knees, whatever works for you. You can release anytime you like, and then just put your hands back in the middle and let them creep forward to help bring your body closer to the ground. Really good for waking up the hips and the pelvic region. Walk your hands back to center, bring the legs together, swing them around behind you. And we'll just take our knees out to the long edge of the mat. So they're nice and wide, but your toes are touching. So this is just a wide leg child pose. You can just wriggle until you're comfortable. Place your arms either out in front of you or you can place them beside you with the palms facing up. You just work with whatever's comfortable for you. Head resting on the mat if that's accessible. You can always use a black block or blanket to rest your head on if that makes it a bit easier. With the wide leg child pose, it's really good for making you feel stable and safe. Coming up onto all fours, so hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Tuck the toes and then push your hips up towards the sky. And we'll just slowly pedal those feet to bring the heels closer to the mat in our downward dog pose. So we want our back super straight, so from our hands to our butts, nice and straight. You can slowly walk forward so that your feet and hands meet on the mat. Then bringing yourself up into standing, deep breath in and then exhale, hands to center. Grounding yourself in mountain pose. Make sure that you're engaged, your core, shoulders back, legs engaged. Sweep the fingertips past the toes and come up into chair so that you're sitting on an invisible chair with your arms up past your head. Lift your toes, bring your hands to heart center in prayer pose and drop that left elbow over the right knee. Creating a deep twist again, as well as strengthening our legs. Back to center, arms up, deep breath in, and on the exhale we'll drop the right elbow over the left knee. Just noticing where that stretch feels. You can deep breathe into those tight spots. Releasing, coming back to center and mountain pose. Take a deep breath in, swing the fingertips past the feet again into chair. Remembering to lift those toes. Take your hands, interlace your fingers behind your back, straighten the legs and just bend your body so that it's parallel with the floor. Good deep shoulder stretch, opening up the chest. Swing the fingertips past the toes again into chair pose. And again, straighten the legs, take the arms, interlace the fingers behind your back, and do what's comfortable for you. Back into chair pose. Thighs could be burning by about now. We'll just do one more. So interlace the fingers behind the back, back nice and flat, parallel with the ground. Release the hands, grab your elbows in front of you and just hang. So a forward fold, but we're just ragdoll here. You can say yes and no with your upper body, just to help stretch out those hamstrings. Releasing the arms and slowly coming up into a standing mountain pose. Give the legs a little shake. Okay, we'll do some sun salutations. So deep breath in, arms above the head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to the floor. Take a step back into plank. So you can do your version of chaturanga, whether that's knees, chin and chest, pushing into up dog. Tuck the toes, push down into down dog. Pedal the feet if they're still a bit tight in the legs. Three-legged dog, right leg. Place the foot between the hands. Come up into warrior one, keeping that knee stacked over the ankle and the pelvis facing the short edge of your mat, same way as your right foot. Your left foot, your strong back leg is on a 45-degree angle. So arms above your head. Exhale, hands to the mat, take the right leg back into plank. So chaturanga can be knees, chin, chest, or drop down into fall-in pose and then push up into up dog. Tuck the toes, push back into down dog or down dingo for us Aussies. Left leg through to between the palms on the mat. Again, we'll come up into a warrior one, keeping strong in the legs, strong in the arms. Be that warrior, be that strength. Again, knee stacked over the ankle with the left leg. Notice how strong you feel in this pose. Take the hands back down to the mat, left leg back, plank, your version of chaturanga. Into up dog. Remember to take a deep breath in here, and on the exhale, push back into down dingo. Walk, step or jump the feet in between the hands. Forward fold and then inhale, arms above the head, exhale, hands to heart center. We'll do this again. Deep breath in, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Take both feet back into plank, or you can do one at a time. Do your version of chaturanga into up dingo. Deep breath in, exhale, down dingo. Take the right leg up and back, and then bring it forward between your palms. Flatten that. Keeping the left foot up, we're coming into a high lunge. So really pushing down with our pelvic region. Arms above our head in prayer pose, above our head. So really feel that deep stretch on the hip flexor on the left leg. Come into warrior two. So bringing our arms out at shoulder height. Flip the right palm, bring that up over your head, and the left hand goes down the back leg. Come back to warrior two. Drop the hand to the floor. You can rest your left arm on your hip or straight up, creating a straight line between the two arms. Take both hands to the mat, right leg back into plank, chaturanga, sequence into cobra, push back into down dingo. Left leg up, three-legged dingo, bring the foot between the palms, cover the back fat, muffin top, whatever needs to be done. Again, keeping that right heel up off the mat. Into a high lunge, sink down into that stretch, really feel that right hip flexor being stretched and the psoas. This will help with any lower back pain. Come into warrior two. So flattening that back heel, arm straight out from each shoulder, flip the left palm, bring that up over your head, right arm down the right leg, back to warrior two, and take the left hand to the floor, creating that nice straight stretch. You can rest your elbow on the knee if that's more accessible, or you can use a block under your hand. You do what works for you. Take both hands back to the mat, left leg back into plank. Again, do your knees, chin, chest, or your version of chaturanga, pushing into up dog. Push back into down dingo. Walk, step, or jump the feet between the hands. Whatever you call that. Come back into standing. Deep breath in and exhale as hands to heart center. Deep breath in. So I'm showing you the front view. So find yourself a focal point, not too far in front of you, and let the vision blur. This will help you keep your balance. So lift your right leg up, take it out to the side, and place that foot wherever it's comfortable for you. So it could be on the floor, could be on your ankle, could be knee, could be up in your inner thigh. My pants are way too slippery for this. Once you've found your balance, take your arms up above your head, palms together. You can reach out your branches, feeling nice and strong and tall. And then bring those palms together in front of heart center. Notice how that whole sequence feels. Imagine that energy coming in from above and helping you grow roots like the trees into the ground. Release your foot, release your arms, give the legs a bit of a shake, and we'll do the other side. So again, find your focal point. Take your left leg up and out to the side, grab your foot, place it wherever it needs to go. Remember to stay balanced, don't watch me. Keep your focal point where you will keep your balance. Place your foot where it's comfy. Again, you can place your hands wherever you need to. If you can, bring your palms up above your head together. Hands out wide, big tree branches. Remember to breathe here, and hands to heart center. Remembering to keep your balance. You don't have to follow this sequence. You can keep your hands on your hips or hands at heart center, whatever works for you. Just remember to keep your focus, keep your balance. Release the arms, release the foot, and shake it out. Come to the top end of your mat again. Take a big wide step, coming into a wide leg. Bring your hands to heart center, and we'll come down into a malasana squat or a girly pea squat. So you want your heels in and your toes facing out. With your hands at heart center, you'll have your elbows pushing your knees out nice and wide, so creating a really deep stretch in the groin area. You can use a block to place under the vag, under the butt, whatever works. You can go any length, any height for the block, whatever works for you. Just don't swallow it. So keeping that nice deep squat. If you're having a pee, you don't want to pee on your feet. When you're ready, push up. Walk the feet out a little bit wider so that you can come into a goddess pose. So nice and stretched across the chest, opening up our hearts. Hands back to heart center and come back down to your P squat. Push up into goddess. Hands to heart center and back down into your squat. Again, release that, come down onto the floor, onto your knees. We'll take our right leg up and over our left leg. So this is cow face. You can use a block to place, you're trying to stack your knees one on top of each other, your feet out to the sides. Bring your arms out at right angles and place the left elbow underneath the right elbow. And you want your palms touching. So this is our eagle arms. Notice how that stretch feels across the back as well as across the bum. Release the arms. Untuck the legs. Swing them around. This time bring your left foot forward. And then you can place that on the opposite side of your right leg, taking your right foot out to the side. You'll probably find that one side's easier than the other. Again, trying to stack the knees one on top of each other. A really deep bum stretch, this one. Arms out at right angles. This time we're placing our right elbow underneath our left elbow. Again, trying to get our palms to touch. And pushing up with the arms, creating that deep stretch across the back. Release the hands, release the legs. We're going to come back down onto our bum with our feet facing each other. And this is our bound angle. So interlace your fingers around your feet, deep breath. Back nice and straight. You can use your elbows to push your legs down closer to the mat. Just notice that deep stretch through the hammies, through the groin area. Really good for grounding us. Helping us feel more connected and less spacey. You can just give the legs a little bit of a butterfly wing flap. Just a really slow, gentle one. You don't need to go fast. We're not warming up, we're actually starting to cool down. Keep your shoulders away from the ears still. Back's nice and straight. You can always use a block under your bum here as well, anytime you feel you need to tilt the pelvis forward to give you a better stretch. Release the bound angle and come down onto your back. Your feet should be planted firmly on the ground, maybe about 20 centimeters away from your butt. Shoulders down on the mat. back nice and flat, trying not to create a curve. Palms facing down on the mat, and we'll just slowly push our pelvis up towards the sky as we inhale. You can use your hands to help push the hips up higher, or you can interlace your fingers and use your shoulders. Grab your ankles. Use your shoulders to help push yourself up a bit higher. So your shoulder blades should try and meet behind your back. When you're ready to release, slowly undo the shoulders and let each vertebra meet the mat one at a time. When you're ready, we'll take another deep breath in and push up into our Sydney Harbour Bridge. And exhale, one vertebra at a time as you come back down to the mat. Nice and slow, focusing on the breath. Keeping your knees together. We'll do it one more time, pushing the pelvis up towards the sky. So we're using our glutes and really stretching our quads here as well. Remember to breathe and slowly come back down to the mat. Nice and gentle movements. Take your arms out into a T form. Out from your shoulders, palms facing down. And we'll take a deep breath here. So keeping your feet flat and knees bent. Deep breath in, and on the exhale, drop your knees to the right and look with your head over your left shoulder. Really feel that deep stretch. You can grab your knee with your right hand if that helps. You can always use a block or a pillow or cushion underneath or between your legs. As long as you feel that stretch through the butt, through the back, through the belly. Remember to deep breathe here because we're massaging all the organs. And remain nice and relaxed. Keep those shoulders nice and relaxed and comfortable on the mat as well. Inhaling back to center, and we'll drop our knees to the opposite side. So knees drop to the left, and with your head look over towards your right fingertips. And just completely letting go. Let gravity take over with your legs. Remember, you can place anything between the knees to help that feel a little bit more comfortable, a little more accessible for if you need it. Just cooling down here. Knees back to center. And if you want to, if it's cool, I recommend grabbing a blanket now and just coming into Shavasana. So you can use a blanket, block, anything to support your knees to help your back feel flatter on the ground. Because we'll be here for about 5 to 7 minutes. So palms facing up, shoulders relaxed on the ground, on your mat. Your feet, just let them drop out to the sides, and you're allowing the earth to support you right now. You're completely safe and supported. And during Shavasana, I won't be talking the whole time, so don't think that I've gone missing. And if you do feel that your mind is wandering, then just focus on your breath. So we'll just do a body scan. So starting at our toes, just notice how they feel, and then move up the feet to the ankles. Noticing the bottom half of your leg, both legs, your knees, your upper thighs, pelvis and hips. Just noticing how your belly feels. Moving up towards the chest and the lungs. We'll go down to our fingers, fingertips, top of the hand, back of the hand, wrists, lower arms, elbows, upper arms, shoulders. Notice the neck and throat. With your mouth, just open and close it, just to relax the jaw. Let your tongue sit on the bottom of your mouth. Relaxing your face, ears, and the rest of your head. Completely letting go. Being supported by the earth, by Mother Earth, by your mat. It is normal for your mind to wander, but when you notice that it is doing that, just bring the attention back to your breath. You can always continue with a body scan, a continuous body scan, moving from feet to head, head to feet. Remember to completely let go and melt into your mat. Just check in with the usual body parts that are tense. So release the jaw, release the shoulders, release the hips. Time to start waking the body up by gently wriggling your toes and your fingers. There's no rush. Just slowly, slowly waking the body up. You can remove your bolster from under the knees if you have one there. Do a nice big morning stretch, so arms above the head, stretch the left side, stretch the right side. Bend your knees and then just roll over onto your right side, resting your head on your right arm. So a nice fetal position, a nice comforting, grounded position. When you're ready, just push yourself back up into a nice, easy seated pose. If you can keep your eyes closed while you're doing this, that's fine. Doesn't matter which direction you're facing. Placing your hands on your legs or knees, wherever you're comfortable. If you remember the mudra from the start, so thumb and first finger touching at the tips. Nice deep breaths here. Bring your hands together at heart center in prayer pose. Remind yourself of your intention that you set today. Rub the palms together super fast. Create that energy again. Cup the eyes. Do some clockwise circles. Nice and slow, and then anti-clockwise circles. Move your hands with that energy up over your head, neck, shoulders, arms, torso, and legs. Thanks for joining me for another session of Bogan Yoga. See you next time. Enjoy your grounded day.